Back to hell for you, shitheel.
Hey everyone, Evil Dead the game has just released today, and I've spent the entire morning playing it. This quick video will give you my first impressions on the experience and run down all of the launch day content you can expect to see. Before we get started, remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons. This is a small channel, so every person makes a huge difference in YouTuber versus the evil algorithm. Evil Dead is an asymmetrical horror experience, wherein 4 players are fighting to complete a series of objectives, while one person takes control of the Kandarian demon itself to stop them, using whatever means necessary. The protagonists choose between a lineup of iconic Evil Dead characters and fight through hordes of demons, while the Kandarian demon chooses between 3 different forms, each with their own distinct units and playstyles, using traps and summoning monsters to strategically decimate the other players. This 4v1 mode is the main experience of Evil Dead, and it was a blast to play. Choosing the role of the protagonist throws you into an adrenaline-fueled race to explore a large map, loot the environment, and complete objectives, all while the invisible demon is constantly breathing down your neck. On the other side of the playing field, choosing the Kandarian demon feels like a tactician's power fantasy, letting you zoom around the map, placing all kinds of traps and roadblocks for the other team, laughing as you whittle down their health and sanity until they fall like dominoes. While the demon does have all of this power, it's limited by the need for collecting energy around the map. This prevents the players from getting overwhelmed at every turn, and it forces the demon to constantly decide between conserving their energy or going all out at key moments. The demon's power is constantly growing from controlling the match, but the protagonists are also growing in strength as they collect better weapons and upgrade their stats using potions found throughout the world. Every match is a constant power struggle between the teams, and while this makes for a very intense and fun experience most of the time, it can also cause a snowball effect if the difference in skill between the teams is too great, or if the human team is just too uncoordinated, letting one team grow exponentially more powerful while the other struggles to do anything. While this doesn't sound great, it only happened once in my experience so far when I went up against a team that didn't know what to do most of the match. Otherwise, it's been pretty consistently well balanced. The tug-of-war between the 2 opposing sides made for an enthralling experience that I didn't want to put down to even record this review. I'm deeply satisfied with the gameplay for both sides, and the small permanent upgrades you earn as you level up each character add a lot more replayability to the experience overall, if that's your thing. It's also nice to have a change of pace in this genre from the standards set by the success of Dead by Daylight, ditching the concept of one overpowered killing machine chasing helpless people for a team of experienced demon slayers against a weaker but more numerous and relentless force, puppeteered by one person behind the scenes. And for those that want a little extra from their game, there's also a small set of 5 solo missions, with more to come, all themed around the Evil Dead movies and TV show, giving players a sort of mini-campaign that serves as a great introduction to gameplay after doing the tutorials. I honestly expected these missions to just be smaller chunks of the multiplayer experience, but was pleasantly surprised when each offered its own unique objectives and storylines to play through one by one. These missions are technically optional, but some characters and skins are locked behind completing them, so it's still well worth your time, even if you're just here for the 4v1 mode. The missions were fun to play overall, I just had one major frustration with the fact that there are no checkpoints in them, meaning if you die near the end, and some of these missions are pretty long, you'll have to start again from scratch. Other than that, this is a solid mode to play when you first pick up the game. There's a lot here for fans of Evil Dead. Knowledge of the series isn't essential to enjoy the gameplay, which is really nice for people who are just looking for another asymmetrical horror game. But the developers have spent a lot of time connecting all of the game's mechanics to the Evil Dead universe. The roster is full of characters from across the timeline, and several of the demon's abilities, even down to the movement, call back to the franchise. From using Ash's hand or a sneak attack of mini Ashes, to weaponizing the trees themselves, the gameplay perfectly aligns with the source material. Overall, I'm having a really positive experience so far. I grabbed the game on PC through the Epic Store, but it's also available on consoles, and it supports crossplay by default, meaning a much larger player base no matter where you decide to pick it up, and the ability to play with your friends, even on different systems. The base game is $40, or you can get the game with a discounted season pass for $60. I might have been more apprehensive toward buying the game if it had been a full AAA price tag, but I feel that it's definitely worth the price that they set here. There's plenty of fun to be had, no matter which side you prefer to play, and I'm excited to see what content the season pass will bring in the future. I hope my day one experience was helpful for you to make an informed decision. If you have any comments or questions, then feel free to go to the comments section below. I'm always active there. I'm also going to be streaming the game tonight at 8 PM Eastern Time, so join me on my Twitch channel Misspelled Moose if you want to see the game live, or even join me in the Demon Slaughter. The link for that is down below. Again, please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I post new reviews and gameplay videos all the time covering all kinds of games, both big and small. So if you want to find new and interesting games to play, then come visit my channel and hit the little bell icon to be notified whenever I release something new. That's it for today's video, but before I go, I also want to plug my Patreon. You can support me for as little as $1, and your name will be featured in every video. Well, I'm gonna go get back to the game now, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.